This season, I set out to spot and stalk a black bear with my bow. As a hunter, I'm always looking to push myself and progress. And after shooting one last year with a rifle, the next step was trying to arrow one with my bow. All I'd have to do was find a bear and try to get close. The first evening, we got geared back up and headed further into the mountains. We were just glassing as much country as we could and hoping to spot a bear.
We got a bear right on the corner. We're gonna try to get on him. We're losing light fast.
After stalking up to about 90 yards of this bear, he finally picked us out on the logging road and decided that those two big dark shapes weren't going to be very friendly if they got closer. After a little hesitation, he finally jumped back into the trees where he knew he'd be safe, and that was it for us for the night. The next day wasn't much better. We got tons of rain, and as we were making our meals for the day, we ended up making a little bit of a mess.
Dude, we're gonna have to move our camp or do something, dude. Yeah. Stupid meal obviously wasn't zipped up enough. So now we've got food right next to our camp where we're gonna sleep tonight. Tastes like anyways.
Some information to get what you deserve. Now I have some shoes in the big world.
After packing up camp and making it back to town for a few days, we were ready to get back after it. We went to a totally new area, found a closed gate, and started hunting. We rode the mountain bikes in back here, and we're kind of at the head of like a little draw here. And Travis and I decided to just set up and try calling, see if we could call something in. Well, after about 5 minutes, we had this bear come in to about 40 yards right next to this tree. Never heard him, just saw him out of the corner of my eye, and unfortunately, I only had the rifle in my hands. My bow was in the back of my backpack, all strapped in. So as this bear is crossing in front of me at 30 yards, I'm trying to decide whether he's big enough to shoot with the rifle. When he was at 30 yards there right in the sun, I definitely contemplated shooting him and was actually just about to pull the trigger when he decided to run off. I lost sight of him, and Travis said that it looked like he was going to come up on the road and just keep calling, and a few calls later he was up on the road staring us down, and unfortunately he didn't get closer than 50 yards before turning and heading the other way. Goes to show you, once again, when you're not ready for it, stuff's happening and you're just not prepared, and it ends up kicking you in the ass. Nice and clean. As the season progressed, I knew the hunting was only going to get tougher. Over the next week and a half, we ended up getting snow and a bunch of rain. With the days we had off and the way the weather conditions were, we just weren't really able to hunt much. To top things off, it just made everything crazy green, which made the hunting that much tougher.
Keep it real today. Dude, you gonna spot a bear today?
Yeah.
Alright, it's another day
You can't, you
out
gotta
in
start over.
Montana.
You can't say that in the novel.
Why not? Well, it's another day out here hunting in Montana. I got my filmer Stinky Butt with me today. Hopefully you can spot up a bear. It's just after 7, so I'm gonna start cruising, doing some glass, and hopefully we'll find something to stalk today. You ready? Well, Travis spotted a bear this morning. He's all the way across the bottom of this draw here. He's just bedded up right behind a tree on that far opening. And we spotted him a little bit earlier, kind of coming up out of the rocks over on the left there. Kind of swung around, laid down once, got back up, and now he's been laying behind this tree for about 10 minutes. So we're gonna watch him a few more minutes. If he doesn't get up, hopefully we'll just bank on him bedding there. And we took some landmarks. We're gonna try to loop back around where we just biked in from. We're gonna cut a ridge down to the bottom, try to get on that same ridge he's on, and hopefully we can get in there, put a stalk on him. Hopefully he stays there for maybe an hour or two. It'd be perfect. So we're gonna get moving. This bear's not more than 150 yards from here, so we're gonna just sneak on top, glass, and make sure the wind's good. Hopefully he's still there. Bear was sleeping right here. Chipmunks were giving us away, and one little twig broke up there, and he kind of slowly looked and got up and headed back this way.
Our only way was maybe if we came a little more right, but honestly, it's.
But where he's at, dude, all these branches right here in my way. Guess we'll keep trying.
It's always a bummer when you stalk within bow range and don't get a shot. Fortunately, Travis and I kept pushing on, and it wasn't long until we found another bear.
We got a bear right behind us here. Not a monster, but mature bear. Hopefully he'll work right around this basin. Well, we came down here and set up. You can't see the bear from here, so we hiked up thinking he went in the woods. He's just on the corner feeding right now. Hopefully he comes on the road this way. We'll have about a 10-yard shot. It's pretty windy though, so hopefully that doesn't push him up into the trees. It's just kind of a waiting game right now. Having just a good old time where basically we can't stalk him.
After a few minutes of cleaning himself, the bear decided it was time for a nap. He ended up sleeping there for 30 to 45 minutes before finally picking his head up and giving himself a good scratch and deciding to move on. With the area that this bear was in, we knew that once he got up and started moving, we were going to have a really limited time frame to try to get close enough for a shot. So Travis and I immediately grabbed the camera and we started hurrying around the logging road, hoping to catch him off the side.
Well, you guys saw it, bear got up. We got the camera ready and he started moving up that hillside. Travis and I just kind of booked it around the logging road. We were hoping we could catch him right off the side of the road. We got around to about 40, 45 yards from where that bear was, but kind of in this little draw here and the wind's just coming around this corner here and swirling. I think he smelled us because all of a sudden we saw him pop up and go running up across the trail. I know he didn't see us. We were being pretty quiet, I don't know. Guess we'll keep hunting.
Even though I failed to meet my goal this year, I still had an awesome time hunting this spring. The good thing is, failure pushes you to be even better next year. And next year, the story's gonna be different.